chains.
A little bit different style offensively for Florida team. This Florida team, you don't see a ton of teams that huddle the way they do.
I think being able to change speeds is important now. You know, when you keep defenses off with the change in rhythm.
Make the handoff on the end around, give it to Johnson, but that one is blown up by L.J. McCray. Sharif Denson was there as well. McCray, the freshman from mainland Florida.
L.J. McCray just looks different. I was at practice on Thursday. This dude is a beast. And to think about him playing high school football last year.
Well, actually, there's some bad news, but the bad news is the cheerleaders are not going to be there at the game
a lot this year. I don't think you can
today
have
because
better
they went to
to
nationals.
Recruiting class that Florida just signed in 2024 than the five-star quarterback TJ Lagway and the five-star defender there in L.J. McCray.
We had multiple coaches refer to him as a freak. You got to be careful about throwing that term around here because the original freak, Javon Curse, was a Gator, but physically he is special.
Yeah, he sets the bar pretty high when you talk about the freak, and teammate of mine definitely comes to mind. Javon Curse, a special player, not only here but in the NFL for a long time.
59-yard punt into the end zone, so a touchback. The Orange team offense back out onto the field, and perhaps a new quarterback coming into the game. Clay Millen is over there with the Orange team huddle. Clay Millen, the redshirt junior from Washington, transfer in from Colorado State. And you can see Austin Armstrong there on the field. I think probably pleased with the job his defense has done, especially in the second half. Graham Mertz joins us now, the quarterback for the Gators coming into his second year. Graham, when we got to visit with you yesterday, and certainly appreciate your time.
I know this game was earlier today, but
for you
didn't got a chance to watch all this.
2024 could be headed.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I'm juiced up. I mean, I think you look out here, you see guys competing, guys flying around. Like you said, you're just talking about the defense, but I mean, they're doing a great job of playing sound football, making us be honest, run the ball in the middle, and they're filling the gaps, so they're playing really good across the board.
Graham, I thought we were going to see you take another shot there after the interception, the previous possession.
There's some more shots coming. The game, we still got 11:55.
Are you going to go back in?
I'm not getting out of this thing, man.
We were told you were done.
No, I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
All right, do me a favor. Give me some sort of sign when you're about to take a shot, because I want to be zoned in.
All right, I'll think of something.
What do you think overall about your play so far today? The connection between you and Trey Wilson seems second nature.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously want to do more. I mean, I think that we've just been a little inconsistent on offense. Not our best day so far, but I mean, all we can do is finish. I mean, it's 16-17. I know the guys on that side want to win. They're competitive. They want some J's, so we're gonna let it rip.
Is that what's on the line?
Oh yeah, Jordan. There's a nice dinner. You either get a nice dinner, or you get a little hot dog and bean combo, which you just don't want. Then you get a pair of J's. So It's competitive, man. And the guys just love ball.
Graham, we thought we were hanging out with you for the fourth quarter. We didn't know you were going to keep playing. We appreciate you stopping by. Good catching up. Thanks so much for the time yesterday, and all the best.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
we're having fun out here today. Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Graham Mertz. You ever heard anybody more excited about playing in a spring game?
The dude's excited just to be around his teammates. You know, I think that the thing that was most impressive to me yesterday was his desire to help everybody around him learn. And with a team that's as young as Florida is, with as much youth at the receiver position specifically, I think the more snaps that he can get with those guys, the better.
Second down coming up here for the Orange offense with Clay Millen in the game. Certainly good to get a transfer in addition to that quarterback room from a guy that's got some experience.
You can never have enough experience at the quarterback spot. I mean, think about last year, late in the season against Missouri. You have Mertz go down. You got to go to a young player that did some nice things at times, but at the end of the day, it's the most important position in all of sports, and the more depth of talent that
I heard the
have,
band is playing in the background.
Danny made a pretty strong statement when he said that Florida's quarterback room was the best in the country. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think they got a couple good ones for sure.
Did he have the orange and blue glasses on when he was
I started trying to think, like, who else would be in that mix? Maybe we could start in the conference here. I mean, Georgia's probably got a pretty good room. Alabama behind Milroe. Not sure what they got this year.
Question marks there.
I mean, they recruit that position really well year in, year out.
Pretty good room at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, very good room. That's a good point.
Quarterback play this year, I know we talked about it some at halftime. With some of the guys coming back, you pointed to the fact that a year ago, there were a lot of question marks in a lot of places, and not a ton of experience coming back. And then this year, you look up, part of it was the addition of Oklahoma and Texas. Certainly you had Quinn Ewers into that mix, but a lot of experience at the quarterback position, and then some young stars as well. Some guys in the making, stars in the making, like number 2 there. Milroe at Alabama, Peyton Thorne, expected to be the second-year starter at Auburn. Obviously, Graham Mertz here in Gainesville, Carson Beck. Felt like he could have gone in the draft, chose to come back for another year. Brady Cook had a big season at Missouri, and Jackson Dart, third-year starter this season for Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss.
Connor Wegman, a guy that season was cut short last year with an injury at Auburn. I think that'll be an interesting dynamic there in College Station. You know, you have Texas coming in. I felt that A&M maybe didn't take advantage of some of the momentum they had after Johnny Football won the Heisman there, but cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch Texas and Texas A&M re-spark that great rivalry that we used to watch on Thanksgiving night several years.
Clay Millen's dad, Hugh, was a quarterback at the University of Washington and spent 7 years in the NFL. On the ground, a big run for the Orange offense down inside the 20-yard line. That's Anthony Rubio on the carry. Rubio, a walk-on, getting some action here. 16 yards and a first down for the Orange offense.
Some of these guys, this may be the only action they ever get in front of crowds, so it's a fun opportunity. There's a number of guys that I've played with over the years that were walk-on guys that had opportunities to make plays here that ended up being something that springboarded them into opportunities. They got a chance to play a little bit more in the fall, so it's fun to see the benches get a chance to empty late in the spring games.
This time a tackle behind the line, so a loss on first down. Quincy Ivory with another tackle. Ivory plays that edge position. That's part of that defensive line group that we were talking about at the end of the third quarter. That is under the direction of Gerald Chapman, in addition to this coaching staff, working with the defensive linemen. Been a lot of stories written about Gerald Chapman coming in and trying to kind of change the way that D-line plays.
Yeah, you know, I think he's brought a level of intensity and accountability to that position. A mild-mannered guy, you know, anybody I talk to says, man, you would not expect him, knowing him, to be the kind of coach that he is, loud, boisterous, calling guys out. I think that's what these guys need, is to be held a little bit more accountable. And I think that's kind of the overall theme, RC. Like, when you look at how difficult it is to manage rosters, to manage kids that how they get their feelings hurt, they're going to jump in the transfer portal. Coach Napier mentioned us yesterday. We're going to get these guys in here. We're getting guys that want to be here, and then we're going to coach them hard, which I don't know that a lot of coaches are willing to go out and do. And you've already seen some attrition the last couple of years through the transfer portal. But you know, I like the approach to bringing accountability as a whole from this staff to these players.
See some of the guys returning. Cam Jackson, who was banged up early in the ball game, but has been able to come back and play well. Quincy Mamiello, one of the transfers out from Florida. Certainly a productive season a year ago. One of the things that Austin Armstrong talked about was with a little more depth on the defensive line, they're going to be able to spend more time in even front and be multiple up front in a way that he didn't feel like they were able to a year ago.
Yeah, when you have youth and you're thin, that limits what you're able to do. And this Florida defense typically likes to run a lot of different things. They like to be able to present a lot of different pictures for the opposing quarterback. And I think the experience that Florida has from last year's team, along with the guys they brought in through the portal, is going to give them an opportunity to present much more for opposing offense.
What?
The dreaded Doink, 38-yard field goal try from Hunter Smith. Hits the left upright, so it remains a 1.